Now, where indie music comes alive. Broadcasting live worldwide, plus on demand 24/7. Your host for the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown, Dave Pratt.
Welcome to the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown. Let's get started.
World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown. Song number 1.
We're going to go back to Chi-Town from Chicago. Jimi Falls is a hard rock band that speaks of faith and hope, addiction, loss, and life experiences from the good to the bad and everything in between. Through radio exposure and gigs, they worked hard. Jimi Falls opened for Uncle Kracker, Gavin Rossdale, Fuel, Filter, Candlebox, Bret Michaels, Puddle of Mudd, Hinder. Wow. What a track they're on. And just a few months ago, Jimi Falls released their debut EP, Through Hell. And this is kind of cool because we have Brian Yelm from Jimi Falls in studio with us. He's been hanging out for the whole top 10. Brian, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Dave. Thanks for having me.
And I understand that we got you now in the Valley. You're a resident here in Arizona, huh?
I am. I love the sunshine, and I have to admit I am not going to miss the Chicago winters one bit.
Well, how is this going to work for you and Jimi Falls? Because you guys are on the upswing, and now you're in, Mesa, Arizona. You mentioned where you're living, and Jimi Falls is in Chicago. What's up with that?
So, I'm in a very fortunate time in my life where I'm able to, jump on a plane and fly back and forth as I need to. And the band's been very supportive. Actually, Billy's renting my house in Chicago and turned it into a recording studio. So when I go back for the 1 week a month, I'm going to, lay down tracks and write songs with them. And we do a lot of FaceTiming back and forth to make sure that the quality's good. We hold ourselves to a very high standard with our songs, and starting to really take hold in Chicago, and we're trying to reach out into more markets and doing it through shows like this. So thank you so much.
When you FaceTime with Billy, do you have him show you the house to make sure he's taking care of it? There's not Cheetos and beer bottles everywhere.
I got to give him a little bit of leeway there. So I don't know what's going on over there, so it better be clean.
Hey, tell us about Jimi Falls, because I know you guys are on the upswing, and just tell us more about the band in general.
Sure. Jimi Falls has been around since about 2008, and we've done a lot of things. I haven't been a member since the beginning, but
you've been there a couple years now.
Yeah, the last few years I've really turned on the juice, and we've got a great drummer. Jeff DeMaio is amazing. Billy Bacopoulos was a producer in Nashville for 4 years, came back home. He was an original founding member and has joined the band once again because he's starting to see the things that we're seeing as well. We just hired a new guitarist, Anthony Lionello, amazing guy. I am with the most talented guys I've been in my career, and I've been around. So I'm very grateful for the opportunity to play with these guys.
And you guys love performing live.
We do. One of our biggest qualms, if you will, is we need to sound as good as the record or better when we perform. And so we really are into the showman aspect and making sure that we're entertaining whenever anyone comes to see us.
All right, so a few obvious questions, but I have to ask you. Jimi Falls. So I've heard you mention Billy and all these names. I haven't heard of Jimi.
There is no Jimi. I don't know the true history of the Jimi Falls, other than I believe it has something to do with Jimi Hendrix and it wants to knock over equipment on stage. And he actually had people behind his rigs always holding the guitar amps up because he always kicked them over.
Because it's spelled Jimi.
That's correct.
All right, and you have a number of songs on World Music Stage, so you guys can download all those from Jimi Falls. And I have to ask you about Through Hell, the name of the EP. Do you feel like you've gone through hell, or that you're coming out of hell? How does that work?
So it sounds a lot harsher than it is. We're an alternative rock band, and Through Hell is one of the tracks on the EP. And Brandon James, our lead vocalist, has a lot of heart, very spirited, brings a lot of his, I wouldn't say religious side, but he's very, a religious guy. And he's got so much talent and heart. And, I think he's been through a lot with trying to persevere in the music business. And I think just at where we're at in our career right now, it just kind of symbolizes that we're not going to give up. We're here for the long run, and we want to take this as far as it can go.
Your song that's number one this week on the countdown, Forever. Tell us about that.
So Forever is about relationships and sacrifices that we make in order to, do what we do. And so, it was written by Brandon James. The song is about a relationship that he had to choose whether he was going to move to California and be with somebody or if he was going to follow his music career. And so obviously we're still playing music. So I don't know who the girl is, but she's somewhere in California, brokenhearted, and that's what this song is about.
We'll check it out. And it's good to have you in Arizona. Welcome to you and Stephanie both to the rock and roll metropolis of Mesa. And tell the rest of the band hi for us, okay?
Will do. Thank you.
Brian Yelm from Jimi Falls at number 1 on the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown from Chicago. But we got him now in Arizona. Off their EP, Through Hell, Jimi Falls, Forever.
Today could turn out so right. Though I'm at a loss for words, I'm breathing in new life that makes me feel alive. Tomorrow has a happy ending. Like movies on a silver screen, I can't wait to see the last scene where both our worlds collide. And though my mind plays tricks on me, I can't let it this time. Is this gonna last forever? Right now I'm feeling weak in the knees. A love that's gonna last forever. It's got my heart begging me. And I remember what I lost along the way. Since the days in California, love is gonna come my way. A picture that makes me think of you. From the mirror hangs an old postcard. A world away, sent it from paradise. That picture's worth 1,000 words. Some happy, some will make you cry. They've served me so many times. These memories still survive. And though my mind plays tricks on me, I can't let it this time. Is this gonna last forever? Right now I'm feeling weak in the knees. A love that's gonna last forever. It's got my heart begging please. And I remember what I lost along the way. Since the days in California, love is gonna come my way. And someday I'll find forgiveness for that I thank God above. You can hate, it's your decision, or you can be someone who loves. Is this gonna last forever? Right now I'm feeling weak in the knees. But love is gonna last forever. It's got my heart begging please. Is this gonna last forever? A love that's gonna last forever. It's got my heart begging please. And I remember what I lost along the way. Since the days in California, love is gonna come my way. Is this gonna last forever?
Wow. Wow. Oh, geez. Incredible. Jimi Falls, number 1, and Forever. Well, tell me you're not going to be singing that for the rest of the week. Everybody listens to music in different ways, and I've often told you that I like music that inspires me, because this old guy, I got to get on the torture machine, the treadmill, and I load my favorite songs onto the iPod to keep me going. I guarantee you I'm going to WorldMusicStage.com and I'm downloading Jimi Falls forever, because that one will keep me going. And it was great to have Brian in the studio as well. By the way, Brian's bass and backup vocals on that. This week, go to WorldMusicStage.com to hear the greatest indie music in the world and to support your favorite indie artists. Thanks for joining us every week for the best in indie music all around the world. Thanks to all of our radio affiliates as well. The World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown. I'm Dave Pratt, and hey, if you don't deserve it, who does?
Thanks for listening to the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown. Breaking the sound barrier with your Top 10 weekly from WorldMusicStage.com. Join us where indie music comes alive at WorldMusicStage.com. That's WorldMusicStage.com.